Welcome back to another episode of Procrastination Garage. Well, as you can tell that I'm probably not at home right now. In fact, we're up in one of the snow parks, and you can see in the background there my snowmobile in the back of my truck, getting ready to go for a ride. It's Sunday. Sunday I usually upload my video. The goal is to get this video uploaded today, but I'm going to go have some fun first, so we'll see how it goes. I didn't really get much done out in the shop or anywhere else this week, but luckily I had a lot of content left over from the tire change / balance episode last week. So this episode will be the balancing of those tires, and then whatever else. If I can slip something else in there, I will. So anyway, I hope you guys like the content. Remember, my name is Matt. This is Procrastination Garage, and sit back and watch. As you can see, we've got a little bit of snow. Not a whole lot. Main thing is it's cold. It's about 25 degrees right now. So here's the deal. A couple of weeks ago, I put studded tires on wheels to go on my daughter's car, but I haven't got them balanced yet. And so that's our project today, is to go ahead and get those tires balanced. Trying out a new bubble balancer. I've never used one before. Will it work for us? Reading online. Some people love them, some people hate them. I guess we'll find out. Here's what we got. Brand new bubble balancer, still in the packaging. We got to figure out how to set that up. And then right there are a bunch of stick-on weights. I don't remember what sizes I got. I only got 2 sizes. What I'm hoping is that those are not really big tires. They're a quality brand tire. I'm hoping they just won't require a whole lot of weight to begin with. So we'll see. Step 1 was installing this rod here. And you can see there's a little nut there. That's kind of a jam nut. And if you look on the bottom, there's a nut there. So we've done that. Now, this concrete slab, you can see it's been cut. And when they're cut, when they're wet-ish, they haven't dried fully, when they cure, they tend to cup a little bit. So we're kind of aiming for the center of this square. That'll probably be the most level spot. And so we're going to find a level spot, and then I guess I need to see it. Seems okay right there. Now I need to take I've got a little small level, and I'm going to check it on a few sides and see if it's actually level or not. I've now put this cone on there. I'm not sure what you call that thing. Anyway, that's what the wheel rests on. And what you're looking for is, I'm not sure if you guys can see it. There's a little bubble there, and that bubble is supposed to be centered. And I don't know if you can tell. It's not. But there's 3 little screws around the outside. And supposedly, if I adjust those screws, I can center it. So I'm going to try that. Well, again, I'm not sure if you guys can tell or not. But yeah, it's pretty damn centered. We're going to go with that. Looks like it needs a little weight right over here. Now I guess the question is, how much is a little weight? These are 1/2 ounce, and these are 1/4 ounce. You know what they say about insanity, doing the same thing, expecting different results. Yeah, it looks like I still need more over there. That's pretty close right there. Can you guys tell? It's pretty well centered. Honestly, it wasn't even that far out. I mean, it wasn't even half a bubble out. So, I don't know. To me, that seemed like an awful lot of weight, but I don't know. Maybe it's not. I've already moved them, but as you saw, I had tossed the weights right down in here. And then I came to the outside of the tire and I marked with chalk. So the weights need to go right along here on the inside of the wheel. So I'm going to pull the wheel off, set on this table right here and use that as a workstation. I've got rags and some brake clean to clean the inside of the tire to make sure the weights will stick. So there's what I've got. Is it right? I don't know. I mean, balance-wise, it's probably okay. I will put it back on the balancer and see if we got it. As far as location, I mean, if you use the clip-on ones, you'd either be putting them here or on the other side. So I'm trying to kind of center them on the tire. I think that's best. I'm going to get my little hair dryer out and warm these up and push down on them because the fact that it's like 25 degrees, I want to make sure that they stick real good. The observant ones will notice that I moved to a different table. Need to get closer to my extension cord. So, got the hair dryer. Let's heat everything up. This is going to be the telling moment. We're going to put it back on here and see what it looks like. It worked! Yay! All right, one down. That was tire number 4 there. So I've got the tires balanced, I think, and I've got them laid out. This will be the right front, that'll be the right rear, and then left rear, left front. When I pull in, I'm gonna hopefully get my daughter's car tonight and do this. So overall, this didn't seem like too bad a job, assuming everything works out okay. That tire there, I've got 3 ounces of weight on it, and that just seemed like a lot, but I'm afraid to put any more on it, and I'm afraid to put any less on it. And that one there's got 2.5. This tire here and that one there, well, that one's got 1.5 ounces, but I think that one's only got 1 ounce on it. So I don't know, I think it came out pretty good. But until I get the tires mounted and take it for a drive, I don't know. The one thing I noticed was none of the tires, when they were sitting on here, was the bubble way out of kilter. I mean, they were all pretty close. And in fact, I could almost get them all to center. But then when you rock a little bit and see where it comes back to, they usually would come back to one area that showed me that I need a little weight opposite that. So anyway, next step is to get the car and get them mounted on there. And hopefully we'll do that tonight, take it for a test drive, and I'll report to you guys, and you'll know in an upcoming video. Or if I really screwed the pooch, maybe I won't let you know. We'll see. The number 1 rule of Procrastination Garage is we procrastinate. When I put these tires on, you'll recall that this right rear one was flat, which means it has a leak in it, and it's already gotten flat on me once, so it's a big enough leak where I need to address it. It's a little low right there, but it's not too bad. Let's wheel this down in the shop while we're waiting to do my daughter's car. What I suspect is that there's probably a nail in it or something. So we're going to go ahead and jack it up, rotate it, maybe try spraying some soapy water on, or at least see if we can figure it out. Verify that it's not the valve stem. And, well, I don't know. Let's see what we get. I aired it up to 50 PSI, and I got down there close to it and tried to listen to see if I could hear anything. I didn't. I was really hoping to not have to take this wheel off. I thought if I could find the hole, I'm going to use a plug kit. But you know what? It's cold out here and there's a bunch of snow on the tire. I think what I'm going to do is take it off and take it up to the house where it's warm and check it inside. I ended up having to put the tire in the tub because I wasn't finding anything. But I eventually did. Can you see it? It's right where that stud is, right? That stud right there. It's leaking right there. That's one. Now I gotta see if I can find any more. I pried the stud out with that little pick tool and poked around, and sure enough, I found I could push right down in the tire. Can you hear it? She's leaking. So that'll be an easy one to plug. Now I questioned whether the valve stem was leaking. When I was spraying it, I thought it was, and it may be seeping just a little bit. I kind of just pried it around a little bit, hoping to reseal it if it was leaking, but obviously this was my big leak right here. So we'll go ahead and fix this and put it back on the car. Here's all we need to fix it. We use the tool on the right here to ream the hole out. Then we take one of the plugs, we put it in this plug tool right there, we jam it down in there and yank it out, and it should stay. And that's basically it. So let's do it. Let's start by getting our patch ready to go. Plug. Got to feed it through here. It's very sticky. Probably what I should do is clean this tool between uses. The end of this tool is open, so you have to feed it through, and then when you pull it out, it's supposed to open this. Push it down like this, and then yank. We'll see if it works. Sometimes it doesn't work. Alright, so that's ready. So I'll pull that out. You got to make sure that this goes all the way down in, and it has, but at first it wasn't. Make sure it's all the way in, and then pull just like that. Alright, and she's sealed. Now we'll cut that off at tread level, and everything's good to go. Got a knife to cut the little piece off. I actually cut it off a little above the tire. All right. Put this bad boy back on. Yeah, we're working without jack stands. Using this, I won't over torque it. And I'll come back with this as soon as I drop it down. Done deal. Tires back on. Elbow torque to spec. Check the air pressure. She's good to go. Now we're just waiting until I can get my daughter's car later this evening. I picked up her car and none too soon. Just a few minutes we'll get the tires changed. She's in the shop. Let's get these tires changed quick. It's cold out here, so I'm not sure I'm going to do a whole lot of filming. Let's just get her done. All 4 tires swapped, tightened, hubcaps put on. Let's get the thing back to my daughter. On our way back to drop it off, it's night and day difference. The tires that were on here, they're kind of a wide street tire, and they're getting pretty worn anyway. And these snow tires with studs, I mean, the thing is just like glued to the road, which is great. It's good for her, and it's a whole lot more fun to drive too. Unfortunately, what we're not going to be able to check is how good the balance is at high speed, because I can't get up over about 45 miles an hour on the way to town. So Ryan will have to tell me how they do, and maybe I'll get a chance to test drive it here in the future. But for now, we're calling this job done. It's kind of like this winter just snuck up on us. I mean, it's only the beginning of December, and typically we don't have that much snow here in December, at least not early December. And we went from late summer to winter. So we had snow the other day, 3 to 4 inches, and then yesterday it snowed all day and we picked up about another 2. The first time I plowed with my tractor using the bucket, and that's not ideal. It would work better if the snow was really deep and I had to move it a long distance. So today we're going to use the ATV, which means I need to get the ATV set up because I don't have the blade on it just yet. So let's get that done. I guess one would ask, why don't I have the blade on the ATV? Because it's not like we didn't know winter was coming, and the ATV at this point only is going to be used for plowing snow. So why not put the blade on it, put it in the shop, and be ready? I don't know, procrastination maybe? I'm not real happy the motorhome is out here in the snow. After the first snow, I thought, well, as soon as the snow melts off the roof, I'll put it back in the shop. And it snowed again, so I guess we're just going to keep waiting until it melts, because I don't want all that water in the shop. The other issue is here, I've got a lot of stuff that's just should not be here. Wheelbarrows ought to be in the garage. That Troy built, well, that's one we need to work on, but for now, we're probably just going to put it down there on the end of the shop. And then the bagger off the Troy built, I guess I set it over there on the deck, on the trailer with the other bagger. And then I've got an old satellite dish. Anybody want a satellite dish? Come get it. It never fails, at least one tire needs air. Yeah, 10 psi, that'll do it. The plow is attached. I saved you the gory details. It's always easier to do this when there's not snow on the ground and your hands are freezing. Let's just leave it at that. I've been using this Warren Pro Vantage plow system for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. And what I can tell you is it's not the most robust system. They depend on using your winch and cable. And what I found is that the winch cable breaks. Probably every season it breaks 1 or 2 times. And I think the reason is because the winch cable comes out of the fair lead. It comes down and it wraps around a little plastic bushing here and it goes straight to the frame. And so it's putting a whole lot of pressure on that cable. So certainly if you pull too hard and jam this against the fair lead, it'll break. But it breaks anyway. This is the first plow of the season and it's already broke. I should get 3 or 4 plows out before it breaks again. This cable, it probably started out at 50 feet. It's probably down to about 30 feet now all the times it's broke. Now the trick is, once it breaks, the cable, of course, is spooled on the winch there. So what you got to do is spin the winch in, and you got to wait until the broken part of the cable is where you can fish it through here. And what I use is this long pair of needle nose pliers, and then I need a wrench so I can redo the little, I'm not sure what the little clamps are called, cable clamps. So it doesn't take long, and once you've done it a few times, the person becomes pretty proficient at it, but it still sucks. I'm not sure if it's focusing or not. You can just see the broken cable right there, and I need to pop it about 1 more time to drop it down. There's a little metal bar there. It needs to come underneath that bar, and I've already got the pliers positioned there, so we'll get it. There you can see I've got the cable fished out. Now I just need to hook it to the hook down there. All fixed, ready to go again. That's going to be a wrap on this week's Procrastination Garage. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Remember the goal of Procrastination Garage. Number 1 is to get me out of the house so I'm not sitting around watching YouTube and TikTok videos or other unproductive stuff. Just get me out doing something. Secondary is for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the content. Hope it gets you motivated to get up off the couch yourself and go do something. Anyway, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please tell all your friends. And down in the comments, tell me what you guys are working on. Tell me what projects that you've got going or what projects you want to do or whatever. So remember, my name's Matt. This is Procrastination Garage, and we will see you next week. At least I hope, if I get out and get some content made. No, I will. We'll have some. See you then.